Imagine sitting at a family dinner, smiling faces, your mom's cooking, your dad pouring wine like it's a celebration. But then, out of nowhere, they slide a $40,000 loan agreement across the table, already filled out with your name. That's not dinner. That's an ambush. And it was the night I realized my family never saw me as a daughter, just as a backup plan. I sat at my parents' kitchen table, the same maple table where I'd done 15 years of homework. The finish was worn down where our plates always sat. It should have felt comforting. Instead, it felt staged. My mom was at the stove, fluttering like a nervous bird. My dad poured wine with unusual generosity. And my brother Troy, well, he barely looked up from his phone. Mom's voice was just a little too high, too cheerful. Isn't it nice? All of us together on a Tuesday? So rare these days. A Tuesday night family dinner. No birthdays. No anniversaries. But the good china was out. My dad's retirement watch gleamed on his wrist. My mom wore pearl earrings she only ever wore to church. Something was wrong. Then it came. Mom dropped her fork, cleared her throat, and said, "April, we need to discuss something important about Mason's future." Mason, my 8-year-old nephew, was busy pushing peas around his plate. Totally innocent. Totally unaware he was the pawn in tonight's setup. Dad slid an official-looking document toward me. Loan paperwork. $40,000. For Mason's college fund. And there it was, my name, already typed in as cosigner. "It's just a formality," Troy said, setting his phone down for the first time that night. "The bank needs someone responsible. And you finally got that bonus, right? Family helps family." I stared at the paper, my chest tightening. The whole dinner, the wine, the fancy setup, it wasn't love. It was a trap. I forced out, "I need time to think." But Troy snapped back, "The bank appointment is already Thursday. 2 days. My mom dabbed her eyes with a napkin. "After everything we've done for you, April." I almost laughed. What had they done for me? I'd worked since I was 16, counting pills at Palmer's Pharmacy while other kids were at football games. I paid for college with scholarships and loans. No cosigners. No help. Meanwhile, Troy got custom sweatshirts made for his football games, a new car for graduation, a huge college send-off party. Me? When I got a full-ride acceptance letter, my mom just said, "That's nice, dear. Could you set the table?" And now, they wanted me to risk my future for Troy's kid. Because I was the responsible one. The backup plan. I excused myself to the bathroom, locked the door, and stared into the mirror. My grandmother's eyes stared back at me. She'd raised 3 kids alone. She used to whisper to me, "Your life belongs to you first." And in that moment, I knew I wasn't going to sign. But my family wasn't going to let me off easy. The next morning, I logged into my work portal and saw something chilling. Someone had accessed my account before the dinner. They knew the exact amount of my bonus. My mom's best friend's daughter worked in IT, and she had leaked my info. They'd been planning this trap for weeks. Even worse, I found texts between my brother and my parents. "She just got her bonus. Dinner strategy still on for Tuesday? Perfect. She won't see it coming." My stomach twisted. They weren't asking for help. They were conspiring against me. Troy kept calling. His tone turned from fake sweet to threatening. "Stop being difficult. Mom's been crying all morning. Dad says you're embarrassing us. Mason asked why you don't love him enough to help with college." They even called my workplace, pretending it was a family emergency. They sent relatives to corner me at church. They spread rumors at the grocery store. My parents even showed up at my office lobby, demanding I come to the bank. This wasn't family anymore. It was harassment. But then came my lifeline, a job posting. San Francisco. My exact skill set. 3,000 miles away. A clean break. I applied at midnight. By Friday, I had the job. By Wednesday, I had a one-way ticket. While my family gathered at the bank Thursday morning, waiting for me to co-sign, I was 30,000 feet in the air, flying west. Watching the clouds part as the weight of 30 years of obligation fell away. When I landed, my phone exploded, 17 missed calls, dozens of texts, voicemails accusing me of betrayal. My mom even filed a missing persons report. But when the police called me, I told them calmly, "I'm not missing. I moved for work. Voluntarily." Then came the best part. I sent an email to my entire extended family, screenshots of Troy's texts, proof of my mom's spying, recordings of my brother bragging about using my bonus to cover his gambling debts. The facade crumbled. My parents couldn't hide behind church gossip or crocodile tears anymore. Everyone knew the truth. Months later, my family tried one last trick, a massive intervention video call. Pastor, uncles, cousins all lined up to shame me into giving in. But I was ready. I shared my screen, timelines, evidence, financial records. I played the recording of Troy saying, "April's bonus will clear my debts. Mason's college can wait." The silence was deafening. Jessica's face turned white. Aunts and uncles started asking hard questions my parents couldn't answer. Finally, I laid down my terms. 6 months. No contact. If you harass me or my job again, the clock resets. My life belongs to me first. For the first time in my life, my father was speechless. And I ended the call. On my terms. Sometimes revenge isn't about screaming or fighting back. It's about walking away. About proving, with undeniable evidence, that you won't be used anymore. My family lost their safety net the day I chose myself.